Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarakatah. Okay, we out here again. My brother Tazayawan, brother Abiel, my brother Gabar. We come out here to teach in these last days, right? The scriptures say the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Right. So we're going to go get it straight out the Messiah's word. Baba Shah, go to Matthew 24 and start at 3, right? Right. A lot of prophecies are kicking off. A lot of things are happening in the world. We're seeing we're seeing these Palestinians doing all these marches here, and I'm sure we got a lot of little hats here too. That's civil unrest. Okay. We can't forget about your pro-white racists that hate you blacks' guts, that hate our guts. Right. We got so many nationalities here. Afghanistan's people are over here. Iranians is over here, Palestinians. This is a melting pot. Real quick, go to Habakkuk. Go to Habakkuk 2. We're going to talk about it, because Habakkuk told us about this world, man, about who the so-called white man is, right? And how he just runs through countries. Habakkuk 2, start at 5.
God, this the book of...
Shalom, brother. What's your nationality? He look ham.
This the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Read it out.
And his brightness was as the light. Oh, that's true. That's the light. 2:5. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
See, his soul, the so-called white man, which is lifted up, meaning put on high, which has become proud. What's wrong with his soul?
Is not upright in him.
You see that? He don't got an upright spirit. He got a crooked spirit. Okay? He can't stand up straight. Okay, go ahead. Whence comest thou, Satan? From to and fro in the earth?
Is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
We're going to spend some time in Habakkuk, but the just is going to live by faith. Go ahead.
Yea, also, because he transgresses by wine.
He transgresses by wine, by lies. Real quick, hold that, go to Micah 2 and 4 so we can explain that wine. All right, let's explain how does he transgress by wine? Where your thumb is at? Is it 2:4? No, it might be, what is that one, bro? If a man walking in the falsehood of spirit do lie.
I think it's Micah.
That is Micah, huh? It's not 2:4 though?
2.
If a man walking in the spirit of falsehood do lie, what's it up? 2:11. Yep, there it is.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 11. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lies.
If this man walks he's walking in the spirit of falsehood, right? Go ahead.
If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, say, I will prophesy unto thee of wine.
What does this liar do?
I will prophesy unto thee of wine.
Go back to Habakkuk. Now we know that wine is lies. This is a man walking in the spirit of falsehood and lies. He's going to prophesy unto you wine. He lies.
Yea. Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine.
Now we know what that wine is. Israel is by his lies, the so-called white man. It's his philosophies. It's his business tactics. Shalom, brother. You know your nationality? Okay. He transgressed by lies. Go ahead.
Yea, he transgresses by wine. He is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
What can't he do?
Keepeth at home.
He can't stay his ass at home in America. Or from the Caucasus Mountains, right? They split up Africa, right? The Portuguese got a piece, the Dutch got some, the British got some, right? He can't stay in his land because he transgresses by wine. He needs to move around and oppress people. Go ahead.
God, who enlarged his desire as hell and is as dead and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations.
What did he do?
He gathered unto him all nations and keepeth unto him all people.
Right, you see that? America is a melting pot. If y'all don't know, for y'all don't know what melting pot is, that's where you have all nations in America. From the bottom down under Australia to the tippity top Canada, okay? See that? And right? America, and he heapeth unto him all nations, who enliven his desire as hell. Now go back to Matthew 24. We're gonna talk about it. And now this is gonna make more sense when it says, nation shall rise against nation. Race wars. How? You have every nationality here in America, Amerikakka. 3 Ks, right? The Ku Klux Klan. Are you a KKK member, sir? Did you leave your hood at the dry cleaners? You gotta get it pressed. Okay? Do you take your hood to the cleaners? All right. What are those?
I wash it myself.
He washes it himself, right? And iron it.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 4. For many shall come in my name, saying.
I want 24. Oh, yeah, start at 3, though. Start at 3 so we can put it in context. So, like Israel.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming? And
what shall be the signs of thy coming and what?
And of the end of the world.
Ooh, shouldn't we want to know this, Israel? Read.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
So that's a sign of the time. The many that came in his name is SIBO. Caesar Borgia, the white image, that's one of the signs of the times, okay? And shall deceive many, and he deceived many. So that prophecy was fulfilled.
And you shall hear of wars.
We shall hear of what?
You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
We've been hearing about North Korea, Kim Jong-un want to run up, shoot missiles over here. We've been hearing about China want to shoot missiles over here. Those are rumors of wars.
Right.
And there's already a war going on. Russia just invaded Ukraine. That's not going to stop. Okay? Just dance with her. Just start dancing with her. What? Oh, she got moves, you guys. It's a dance off. You got served. Go ahead. Watch out for the sun, sis. Watch out for the sun.
And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right.
See that you be not troubled.
See, Israel, don't be troubled.
That's a woman? It's a woman?
I think so, yeah.
See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation.
See, that has to happen. What is nation shall rise against nation? Nationalities shall fight against another nationality. Blacks, whites, okay? You 12 tribes of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you better know what race you with, okay? You here trying to fit in with the so-called white man. Give me Isaiah 13:15 real quick. Hold that, give me Isaiah 13:15 real quick. Right, what does the Bible say if you're going to get caught in these last days, what's going to happen to you? Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
See, don't be joined unto them in this last day. Go back to Matthew, got some more there?
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
See that? We're dashing children's too before your eyes. Okay. Go back to Matthew 24. What was we holding? Start at 7 again.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
See? And kingdom against kingdom. That is America and the UK just bombed Yemen. Right? That's Russia going into Ukraine. That's the little hats in Israel bombing the Palestinians. That war in Gaza, that's not going to end. Benjamin Netanyahu, he said he's not going to end it because they believe they have claim to that land. Okay? Go ahead.
nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Man, they started off the year, this new year will start off with an earthquake, and like Japan was hit with a 7.6, I think. 7.8. You see that? Pestilence. Those are diseases. COVID-19. Okay? These are signs of the times, people. Christ ain't playing with you when he said this. Okay, go ahead.
All these are the beginnings of sorrow. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Right.
And you shall be hated of all nations. Why? For my name's sake.
You see that? The Israelites will be hated by all nations for Christ's name's sake. Why? Because we teach he's a black Messiah who only came to save the children of Israel. Okay? We teach you have to keep God's commandments in this wicked land, right? That's full of darkness, right? And so America, they pass laws for same-sex marriage, right? That goes against the Bible. We teach the Bible, even though your presidents get sworn in on the Bible and don't keep nothing of it, okay? We actually keep the Bible. We actually believe and keep the laws that are written therein, all right? Sis, get that off us. Come on down. Oh, all right.
That's a dude, bro.
Oh, that's a dude?
Yeah.
He's tripping. Oh, you see the mustache? He was over there tripping, then he tucked it.
Crazy blood.
Crazy blood.
It's crazy blood.
Whence cometh thou? See what Satan just tried to do, Israel? See? But we ignore Satan.
Promised
Get your
son.
ass, get out of here, right? Okay. But that demon wanted us to entertain it and then take the message away. Go ahead, 10.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
And then what?
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
That's the next thing that's going to come. A lot of false prophets are going to start rising and say, Christ is here. A lady just walked by me, and my brother was saying, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach is coming back. She walked by and said, he's already here. False prophet. Right? Real quick, this is how you know it's a false prophet. Hold down and go to Revelations 1 and 7. This is the Messiah speaking himself.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
No, just that lady that walked by seen him.
Every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
You see that? Every eye shall see the Messiah coming in the so-called UFO,
Right.
in a chariot. Just how they showed us in Independence Day in New York, I think in Washington, D.C., when that big ship entered into their atmosphere, everybody got out their car looking. You gonna see the mountain that he's coming in, right? It tells you in 2nd Ezra, he said, I looked to see where he carved this mountain out of, because it was so big and looked like a monster rock. He looked around to see if he carved a mountain.
Right.
That was a so-called spaceship the Black Messiah is returning in, right? They show us in all these movies, Independence Day, Will Smith punched the alien. They show all these movies with an invasion coming, right? They always got these propaganda invasion movies, but what they don't tell you is that they got so-called UFOs out the Bible. Go back to Matthew King. Okay. Yeah, 24. So every eye is going to see the Messiah coming, not just the lady that walked by.
Done. And because, verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Cold-hearted people.
But he that shall endure unto the end,
For how long?
but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
No, I'm saved. As soon as I say I believe in Jesus, I'm saved.
He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
See, you have to endure until the end of the world, and that same man or woman shall be saved then. In the end of the world, Armageddon. Who is that? He look like he got a gold around his neck. Like an Egyptian baller, huh?
Right.
He see this out here teaching the Bible. He was surprised. He sees black men being holy.
See if I can get him.
Okay,
You can't really see though. You can't really see it.
you can see his gold shirt. Go back. Go ahead.
God, verse 14. And this, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come, okay? Let's jump down to we're gonna keep reading. Go ahead.
God, verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of the house.
Right, he's saying when you guys see this happening, when World War III and Armageddon is happening, brothers and sisters, right? A lot of the other nations are going to seek shelter, bomb shelters. A lot of the billionaires, Rick Ross just said he's building a bunker. The boy, what's his name? Elon Musk just started building his underground bunker. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, the Water King. Right, Zuckerberg's building his underground bunker. Why are they running underground? What are they hiding from? What are they scared of? What do they know that we don't know, that we ain't building underground bunkers? But it's what the prophets do know, is that it's World War III. Bombs is coming, right? Bombs over Baghdad. Bombs over Babylon, which is America, right? And so they're trying to run underground to survive World War III, to survive Armageddon. We want to survive, but we want to be saved. We want to be beamed up, Scotty, okay? Right? That's how we are going to endure unto the end, the saints shall be saved. You're not going to be saved by your gun. You're not going to be saved.
Holy ground.
Right.
Holy ground.
Right? Keep thy foot when I go into the house of God. Shalom, brother. You know your nationality?
That is ham sandwich. No, he might not be ham sandwich.
He got the Rocky IV beanie when he fought the Russian.
God. Verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child.
Right. Don't try to save anything in that day, brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right.
No, nor ever shall be.
For this time shall be great tribulation. Hold that, go to Jeremiah 30 and 16. What does it talk about? It's talking about, we're going to see what the Bible, what that tribulation is, okay? You guys know we let the Bible speak up here, right? We might give the interpretation thereof. There's no private interpretation of the scriptures.
Right.
2 Peter 1 and 20. No private interpretation. The brother up here with the dreads was like, well, what does your guys' book say that my book don't say? It might say the same thing, but when he reads it from John Smith's eyes. What's his name?
Right,
Oh,
John Smith.
yeah, he reads it from the Baptist eyes. he don't read it from an Israelite's eyes, or he say he follow Christ, he don't read it from Christ's eyes. He read it from his church's eyes. Go ahead.
For Jeremiah chapter 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devout.
Hey, white men lies, white man eyes.
Nah. Jeremiah 30, Jacob's trouble.
It's in 30
Thought it was 30. Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. 6. Salakia Israel real quick. Jacob's trouble is 30.
Oh, right here.
7.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great.
For that day is great. Go ahead.
So that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble. So that none is like it, for that day is great. Now you guys got to remember, we done been in captivity after captivity. The Babylonians reigning in, the Syrians, the Persians, the Medes, the Greeks. This captivity over here in America, how they enslaved us, raped us, separated the families, took our names from us, gave us their names, gave us bad food. But he said that this day though, of Jacob's trouble, is none like it. Go ahead.
It is even in the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
What happened to Jacob?
He shall be saved out of it.
You see that? Go back to Matthew, what you was holding. That's that great tribulation Christ is talking about. You in the housetop, don't go back in and try to grab nothing. He said, shake. Okay? He said, if you're outside of Judea, don't come back. You got to just pray, brothers and sisters, you are in the spirit in that day, and you will be beamed up Scotty, and we're going to read that. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that are with child in those days, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your fight be not in the winter.
Oh, okay, so this one is talking about when Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 AD. Jump down to 21.
Verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened.
See, now you guys ever felt like, damn, the day went by fast, or the week went by fast. The Most High God is speeding up time. He's speeding up time. Go ahead.
It says, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
There should be no flesh shall be saved, because the so-called white man got evil tricks in his bag. Go ahead.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
See, who is the elect? Isaiah 45 and 4.
Bring it out.
Give me Isaiah 45 and 4. Let's see who the elect is, because for one, when you're elected, you were chosen. You can't elect yourself. Somebody has to choose you for you to be the elect. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 35 and verse 4. 45 and verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect.
And who is elect?
Israel mine elect.
Go back to Matthew. Now we know who the elect is. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then, if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
See, you Yaju, a brother from like New Orleans. You know what I'm talking about? The war Yaju, he be teaching with the snapbacks on, with his little chest hanging out. Like he be trying to look like all the false images that we've seen of Christ. Right? And he calls himself Christ. His name is Yaju. There's hella brothers running around here calling themselves Christ, but neglect that scripture. How you say, I'm here already. Go ahead.
For there shall arise false Christ.
They're going to arise false Christ. This guy already arose, but now we got, shalom brothers, you already know your nationality? What's your nationality, King? Latin? You'll be, a lot. Oh, for sure. You know there's no such thing as mixed, you are what your dad is. According to Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. Go ahead.
And there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
See that? If it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. It's not possible because the elect, the Israelites, we know the Bible. We know if it's a false Christ. We know how Jesus is returning. Okay? We know how he walked. So if it were possible, they could deceive the very elect. Go ahead. Shalom, sister. You know your nationality?
Behold, I have told you before.
Shalom, sister. You know your nationality? What's that mean? Peace. Where you on your way to? You don't got time for the Bible? Go ahead.
Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert.
See, they're gonna lie. They're gonna say Christ is in the desert. Go ahead.
Behold, he is in the desert. Go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not.
So everybody say, well, bro, we know Christ is back, bro. He's just in a cut, waiting to be released. He's trying to gather all his soldiers first in a cut, and then we're gonna come out the cut.
Go ahead. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That means he's coming from Jerusalem. He's gonna come from Jerusalem first, that way. Go ahead.
For whosoever the carcass is, there will the eagle be gathered together.
For wheresoever the carcass, a dead body, there you'll see vultures. So wherever you see these signs, there you see Christ. Go ahead.
Immediately after the tribulations of those days,
Immediately after the tribulation of those days,
shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
Right, that means the wisdom and knowledge of this world is gonna go out. When you say God bless, do you want the white God to bless me? What color is God? God's black? Hell yeah, all praises. That's right. That God can bless me, all praises. Go ahead.
Immediately after the tribulations of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven.
The stars is talking about the missiles and the satellites. They're going to fall from heaven. Go ahead.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
The powers of the kingdom, the rulers of this kingdom, is going to be shaken when those bombs hit. Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man.
So when those bombs are going up and dropping, because it said the powers of heaven will be shaken, so they're going to hit. What's going to happen when they hit?
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
See that, Israel? That's why it says, Shalom, sisters, you guys know y'all nationality? What's your nationality? You're just a black woman? Are you an African American? Right? Go ahead. We're going after that. What's that 2/3 scripture? Is that Zechariah 11 and 8? We're gonna grab that next. Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
13 and 8.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
Coming in the what?
Coming in the clouds of heaven.
Right. Go ahead.
With power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect.
So Israel, I hope y'all been following me. Bombs, race wars gotta happen. Famines, disease, pestilence. The missiles have to shake the heavens of the earth, the kingdoms of the earth, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, Jesus the Christ, coming in the clouds in his UFO. And he's gonna send his angels to do what?
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect.
The angels will gather you, beam you up. Those so-called spaceships, those are chariots, God's vehicles. Those are heavenly vehicles that the angels drive in, fly in, okay? Christ is coming in the biggest one, right? So in these days when these bombs is dropping, immediately after the tribulation, you want to be in the spirit. You want to endure to the end so these angels can beam you up.
Right.
When Christ sent the trumpet for the angels to scoop you and you ain't there, okay, you missed the ride. You fell off the horse.
Right.
Go ahead.
And shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
Right. You see that? You see that, Israel? All praises to the Most High. Give me Zechariah 11 and 8. That's what we should have to understand it. He's going to gather his elect from one end of the earth to the other. So it don't matter where you're at, okay? Stay in the spirit where you're at, Israel. So the angels can scoop you. You can get your ride, get your ticket punch. Go ahead.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and
13 and 8.
book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord.
All the land. I want y'all to hear that. There are many lands, but in all the land, America, Babylon. Go ahead.
Says the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die.
See, so 2/3 of our people have to die. We can't get around that. You got to deal with that, right? You got to deal with it. That's prophecy. 2/3, right? That's not funny. That they got to deal with that, and that's what we out here. We out here for our people to bid them back to the marriage, okay? Bid them back to the groom is who is Yahushua Hamashiach, the Black Messiah. Did you know Jesus the Christ is a black man? You love Jesus? That's your best friend? Is him?
Elder Becky.
Him?
I talk to Jesus every day.
I know, but is it him?
What do he look like?
What does he look like? She's talking to Sibo. She's talking to her white Jesus when Jesus is a black man. So hopefully you're praying to a black man and not a white man. Older Becky.
Elder Becky.
Elder Becky. Elder Becky. Not Elder Apostle. Elder Becky. He's funny. Start that from the top, Keith.
God, it's the book of Zechariah.
Elder Becky. That's funny.
Chapter 13 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my God.
All praises to the Most High.
Right.
All praises to the Most High, right? And so, where we at, King? What time we on?
33.
33? All praises to the Most High. Give me, go to, what I want to, you brought the scripture out earlier, but we didn't finna go to Revelation 18 and 4. Okay?
Gotta get the ring out.
Yeah. Because he's caught up in her, which is America, and her philosophies and doctrines. Okay? We can't be caught up in America walking around with the mark of the beast, right?
Right.
Real quick, hold that. Go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. Right? Because when Christians or people get to Revelations and they see beast, they think an animal. Right? You can't open up a book, the Bible, in the middle of it, the New Testament, and expect to understand what they talking about in Revelations, and expect to understand what Paul is talking about in his letters to Israelites that were in Gentile cities. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes 3:18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
That we ourselves are sometimes beasts. Okay? But what separates us beasts from four-legged beasts is the consciousness, the ability to think, the ability to repent. Give me Acts 3:19. What did I have you holding before that? Revelation, go ahead.
Revelations 8:18, start at 1, and verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightning with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the inhabitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
See, all nations, meaning, remember America, neither keepeth at home. All nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath and of her fornication. What was that wine, Israel? Lies. America's philosophy and doctrine and business tactics, every nation has accepted that thing, right? So you might got a nation who might not accept homosexuality, but they'll accept certain other laws, and they'll make an agreement with America. That's the mark in your hand. Now, you got certain nations like Hong Kong, not only do they accept America's laws and their policies, but them Chinese people are thinking like them. They're thinking like white people. We call them here Negropeans.
Right.
That's the mark of the beast in your mind. Remember we were talking about what gets you sealed in righteousness? Well, what gets you sealed in that destruction is trying to act like white people. Okay?
Right.
Keep going.
Time. For all nations have drunk of her wine. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with
See
her.
that? The other nations, the other rulers in the other nations, the kingdoms of the heaven. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich. So
All these nations are balling because of import and export. What are those things called on the pier? Those
Big ass cans.
the shipping containers, ports. Yeah, it's just called ports. When you set up a port in your city, that's when your city is finna ball. Okay. You got any questions, Esau? You got any
Oh
questions?
no, I'm just listening.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Thank you.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I just want to listen.
Oh, for sure. Did you know Jesus was black? It's gonna time to go now.
I said I just want to listen.
And with that, go ahead.
and he cried. God, it said, "A wax rich store the abundance of her
Delicacies.
God. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
See, that's that beam up. That's come out of her, my people. You want to have that saying to you, to come out of her who?
Come out of her, my people.
Right. No, not all nations.
My people.
Right. Go ahead.
Come out of her, my people.
Right.
Okay? That you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues.
You see that, Israel? So we have to come out of her in these last days, man. You got some more on that? Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Right. Not only have her sins hit the max of wickedness, right? That's like a slang. Not only is her sins hit maxed out, but they actually trying to reach into the heavens, the firmament. They shooting missiles at the firmament, right? They trying to crack the dome. Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto the heavens, and God has remembered her iniquity.
You see that? The Most High God is a just God, right? He will never forget the enslavement, the treatment of his people. Shalom, brother, you know your nationality? You believe in the Bible, King? For sure. See? We try to bid our brothers. Go, give me Matthew 22 real quick. We out here on the highways and byways trying to bid our people. Now, I can't just throw it out there and be like, that's a 2/3, right? Because I don't know when he's going to repent, right? The Most High God might wake him up later on, sometime later in life. We don't know, right? So I'm not just going to immediately shut the gate and say he's 2/3, he's nuke food, right? I can't say he's nuke food. Because I was once walking by the prophet. IUIC, before I start believing in the truth, I walked by them twice. Right? I walked by them twice. In the hood. Both times in the hood, I walked by them twice. Go ahead.
Matthew 22.
Yeah, Matthew 22. We're going to read about what we're commanded to do real quick. Where we at, King?
Hey, look at these clowns, bro.
What are the ones?
He's trying to. They mocking. Galatians 6 and 7.
Hey, the so-called white man, woman, and child is the devil the Bible speaks of. By the way, those are Satan's children over there. Okay? Right? And you guys are fugitive and vagabonds on the loose. The wicked. They love being wicked. Okay? Remember, his spirit is not upright in him. That's why he can shoot up schools, shoot up libraries, shoot up markets, shoot up churches. That's why he can do these things with no conscience, because they are a different type of beast. Go ahead.
All right, but Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
See that? So they had guitars on their back. Maybe when they have a show, somebody might throw a damn Heineken bottle at their head, right, and mock them and say, get that trash ass country music off the stage. Okay?
Right.
Oh, praise him. What's we holding back in Matthew? What's we holding over there? Oh, 22. We're going to start at 1.
Matthew chapter 22 and verse 1. And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables and said, the kingdom of heaven.
Hold on real quick. Salaka. You got any questions? Just listening? Oh, okay, for sure.
The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son.
That king is the Father, Abba, the creator of heaven and earth and everything in it, the ancient of days, okay? He is the king, and his son, of course, we know that that's Jesus the Christ. He made a wedding for him. Go ahead.
Come and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding. And they would not come.
See, the first time was during the prophets, during the first captivities, the Babylonian captivity, right? He sent out Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all these captivities. He sent his servants to our people to bid them back to the marriage, and they wouldn't come during that time. OT, go ahead.
Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fastlings are killed.
Okay, shalom, brother. You know your nationality? For sure. For sure. You call human? That's a species. That's not a nationality. That's a type of species.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
He's wicked.
He's like the brother from
Papa Shango.
Princess and the Frog.
Right.
The dark man, the shadow man. I think that's what he called him. The shadow man. Go ahead.
I have prepared my dinner, my oxen, my fastlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the come unto the marriage. But they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them.
See that? During that time, the prophets was getting killed. When you're a prophet of the Most High God, they don't like you because you go and rebuke their wicked behavior.
Right.
They say return. The prophets go out and tell you. Hold that real quick. Give me Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets go out and tell you what you're doing wickedly and tell you to return back to the Most High God. They warn you of coming destruction. And if people are comfortable in their sin, they will hate you for that thing, okay? Jeremiah 28:8. We're going to see what the prophets been doing. Because back then he's saying that they took his prophets and slew them. Right? Go ahead.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me, and the prophets the of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
See, we prophesying against this great kingdom. Go ahead.
Of war,
Of what?
of war,
Of love.
of war,
Go ahead.
and of evil, and of pestilence. The prophet,
That's it. That's all we want. You see that? And go back to where we was holding. The prophets that have been before Jeremiah prophesied of war, pestilence. Okay? Now, and the prophets after him, guess what we're going to do? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to prophesy of war like Matthew 22. Christ said in Matthew 24, Salakia, nation shall rise against nation. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Wasn't Christ prophesying of wars too? That's he prophesying of wars too. You see that? You see that? I just made that connection like that's real. Do you see that?
Right.
Go ahead.
verse 7. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those.
See, the Most High God sent other nations against us to destroy us. He was wroth with his nation that we would not repent and return to the one true God that brought us out of Egypt, okay? They wanted to be like the other nations, so he sent his armies, the other nations, to take us into captivity. Go ahead.
Come. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth and sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burnt up their cities. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways.
Go where?
Go ye therefore into the highways.
Sit at home.
Go ye therefore into the highways.
Stay on the computer.
Go into the highways.
Go ahead.
And as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage.
See, and that's what we out here to do, man. We out here to bid our people to the marriage. Okay? You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you lost sheep of the house of Israel, come back to your God. Come back to your book. The Bible is the black man's book.
Right.
White people should not have all records in their hands. This is a history book of the 12 tribes of Salakia. This is a history book of God's chosen people beginning from Adam. Okay? He chose Adam. Through Adam, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes, he chose them. Then he chose, he chose Yahweh. He chose Yahushai out of the tribe of Judah. Right? The black man's from the tribe of Judah. What's going on over here, King? Where we at?
48.
48. Bid them to Proverbs 1 and 20. Right? So we have to come out here and endure the elements to bid our people back to the marriage. There is no other greater job in the world than to work for the Most High God and His only begotten Son, Yahushai HaMashiach, the Black Messiah.
Right.
We have the greatest job in the world. We're performing for God. We're performing for Christ, okay? We're performing for our nation, right? What greater love than a man to lay down his life for somebody else, right? Go ahead. So we out here laying down our life. Somebody can come out the alley, right? Racist, white, you know what I'm talking? Anything can happen to us. So we out here laying down our life. Shalom, brother. You know your nationality? What's your nationality? You Mexican? Oh, you're Saudi? Oh, for sure. We're only out here for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
What about the sister?
The sister, she's Saudi? Mexican?
See?
Come here, sister. You believe in the Bible? You know Jesus es Cristo es negro? Sí, all praises, okay. got to come out them pants too. Hey, are you walking with the Saudi? Where we at? Proverbs 1 and 20. Bring it out.
Book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom cries without.
Wisdom cries without. Without means outside. Go ahead.
Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the streets.
She uttered her voice on a computer.
She utters her voice in the streets.
Go ahead.
She cried in the chief place of concord.
What's up, brother? What's your nationality? You a so-called black man? You believe in the Bible? You know you got to separate from Edomite, from so-called white people. They are enemy to your nation. You see the lamb, the elk. He knows that the tiger's his enemy. You will never see the elk and the tiger walking down the street.
Right.
Right? Chilling in the jungle. Okay? You'll never see the tiger pull the elk up and let him kick it with him in the tree. He'll bring his dead carcass up there. Go ahead.
Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the streets. She cries in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates. In the city she utters her words, saying, how long, you simple ones?
How long, you simple ones, right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, how long? You simple. Simple means stupid.
Right.
How long, you stupid ones? Go ahead.
How long, you simple ones?
Right.
Will you love simplicity?
See, you guys love stupid activity, right? Shalom, brother. This is my what's up, brother? You know your nationality? What's your nationality? Which one? He might have been him. He might have been him. Jesus es Cristo es negro. No blanco. See? Okay? Right? And he got the rainbow on his cap. They took down that little homo stuff.
No, it's still there.
But that got us canceled last time. Go ahead, how long?
How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorn. And fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, you fools, you hate knowledge, man. Last precept, give me Isaiah 58:1. Last precept, Isaiah 58:1.
Bring it out, King.
The water.
Okay. Come on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
We don't come out here to give hugs and kisses. We come out here to spare not. We come out here to take, thus saith the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
No, speak. You know how they always show the fake Jesus talking? He's always soft-spoken. And blessed are those who believe in me. Blessed is the poor. Blessed. Right? This soft white guy, man. What does he say?
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people.
And show all people.
And show my people their transgressions. And the house of Jacob their sins.
That's what our job is to do, Israel. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without, she utter her voice in the streets. In the chief place of concourse, that means where activity. In the chief place of concourse, she utter her voice, saying, how long, ye simple ones? How long, you blacks, natives, and Indians, will you love simplicity? Will you love sin? Will you love white Jesus? Will you love religions? Okay. How long? Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare it not, lift up our voice, and shew his people their transgressions and sins. Show them that, like that brother that was up here with the dreads, we had to show him what a sin is, right? So now he knows he's committing sin. We had to show Israel, right? And with that, I'm gonna say, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.